Hey everybody, this is Derek again with Nock and Stalk. We're back up at Fish Lake today. And coming up soon, sorry I'm looking at poles. Coming up soon is the annual perch tournament here at Fish Lake in Utah.
Hello everyone.
Rogan says hi. So, that for you. I thought I'd go ahead. I'm not actually gonna make it this year. I'll be on a trip with my wife, and I thought I'd give everybody some tips on how to find perch here. So if you'll look, you see my truck right there. The road's not very far. This lake has a weed line all the way around it. It's just weeds. I don't even know what kind of weed it is, but I'll see if I can find a picture and I'll attach it on here. They live in it and they love it. The best way to fish it is just get on the outside.
Fish!
The outside of the weeds.
Fish, Dad!
And get as close as you can, and you catch perch just like that. Good job, Squirrel. Squirrel, go get that one too. Just drop him on the ice. Go get him. Hurry. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Get it. Hurry. Nice. Reel him up.
Small fish.
Nice job. Unhook him and throw him on the ice. Perch is actually my favorite to eat. And there is no joke, millions of them in this lake. And there's no limit on perch.
Oh, Dad, he just spit it out.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get my glove.
You don't need your glove.
No, to unhook him.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm going to help show you how to get this done. So the weed goes around the edge of the lake, the weeds. And it helps if you have sonar, because come out, I don't know, I'm about 100 yards from the bank, okay? And depending on the lake, you might have to go further or closer. Once you find it, it's a drop off, like it goes, and the weeds are right on top of the hill. And once you hit the drop off, you'll catch more trout and stuff. But the closer you get to the weeds without being in them, you'll catch more perch. You ready to follow me so far? So all I did was come out, drill a hole, check it. This tells me that it's 15 feet, and that's where you want to be, between 10 to 20, and I found the best luck, but around 12 to 16. That's where I had the best luck. And that's all you need to do. If you don't have sonar, you can do it the old-fashioned way. Squirrel, will you check this pole? There's a fish on it. He's just not bending it very much because it's a big rod.
Nope.
Okay, put it back then. Thanks. That's why you have a kid, to run around and grab poles. So yeah, we've been here 10 seconds and caught 2 perch, and the only reason we're not catching any more is because we're not in the water right now. I'm talking to you guys. So find the weeds, get outside the weeds. If you got a tent, that helps you. If it's a sunny day, you can pop it up. You can actually see the bottom of the lake, and that's how I used to do it. But I didn't bring my tent this time because it was a nice day, so I didn't need it. But I used to bring my tent.
I kissed it.
Cute. So if you have a tent, that's great. Pop it up. And it makes it dark, and you can see the bottom. And then you can actually, you'll see, if you look down and out, you'll be able to see the weeds. You just want to be as close as you can to the weeds. If you're really lucky, you can cut holes on top of the weeds and get inside like the little canyons that split. Like, that's where the perch travel when they're going in and out. They don't really necessarily stay on top. They do sometimes. But I've got video, you guys can go back and look, that they travel these canyons and they hang out in these holes in the weeds. So if you can find one of those, that's really good too. But the best place to be is on the very edge of the weeds. So I hope this helps, guys. We'll get you some more action here in a second. So after you get your spot where you think you know you're at about a 15-foot amount of water, and you think you're outside the weed bed, it's time to fish. Perch. I found really like oranges, pinks, greens. The smaller, the better, because perch are relatively small fish. So even that shrimp I got on there is a little big than I think they'd like, but I'm still catching fish. So I'm cheating a little bit and using sonar. I use my fish hunter. It's a Bluetooth right to my phone, and all the activity is like right on the bottom. So all I'm doing is taking all the line out of my pole, dropping to the bottom, and once I'm there, it doesn't take any more line, right? Close your bell, and you want to be where the fish are. So I make my line tight and just come up just a little bit, and I can see it. I'm at 13 feet of water right now, and I'm sitting about 12 and a half. So I'm just right off the bottom. So, and you'll just sit here. Some days perch like it to hold still. Some days they like it to move. Right now they're liking it to move just a little bit. So hold your rod like a pencil, like this. Keep in mind where your bait is, where you're holding your pole. If you're holding your tip way up here or down here. And I always go about right there. And you just want to just jiggle it like a little wand. Oh, and that's a bite. Oh, you don't always get them, but he'll be back. I think my shrimp is actually too big on my hook, and he can't get the whole thing in his mouth, so he's just pulling at it. You little stinker. Are you on the bottom, squirrel? Mm-hmm. How high are you? Oh! Rogan's got one. Ooh, that might be a big one. That might be a trout. Oh, nice big perch. Nice.
Big one.
Good job. You caught him all by yourself. He's actually using a wax worm. We found that mealworms and wax worms
He got off.
work pretty good. Throw them in the pile.
1 second.
And shrimp works good. And also, but I have caught, believe it or not, I have caught perch just sitting here because I got sick of catching them. I took the bait off and just used a gold hook, and I caught perch. So they're not hard to catch. The hardest part is just finding them. And nice squirrel. Once you find them, it's easy to catch them. You can catch them almost anything. I've caught them on every bait you can imagine. But the thing that helps the most is something small that they can get their mouth on. You'll get less misses that way. But it changes all the time. Right now, it's still showing they're on the bottom. But if your perch hardly ever come up high in the water column, they always seem to be on the bottom. Unless they're on top of the weeds, cruising. Oh! Unless they're on top of the weeds cruising for food, but that's not very often. Just lost another one. I might go get my light action rod. I can feel the bite a lot easier with those smaller rods, which is another good tip for you guys.
Like this?
Yeah. Well, a little slow. That's a nice old perch right there. That's a nice old perch.
Like this, Dad?
Yep. We've also noticed with underwater cameras that they come in schools, so you might have a dry spell of 10 minutes, but then get hot for another 10, and then we have noticed that. So if you don't catch a perch in your hole in 20 minutes, probably move, but give it 10, because they actually do come in schools. Oh, there's a bite. And there's a fish. Well, guys, I think I'm all out of tips for you. Hope everybody has a good time with the perch tournament. Sorry I won't be there.
I will, with Carl.
Oh yeah, you think so? But it's not too hard, guys, to catch these little guys.